Conversations with Nicole. Let's talk about it. Tell me all about it. I'm here. I wanna know what's on your mind. Ooh, the world needs to hear from you, and I'm so glad to have a conversation to reach the nation. And it's all about you. We'll help each other to discover innovative ways to positively change the world. Let's talk about, let's talk about, yeah. Let's talk about conversations with Nicole.
Greetings. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I am Nicole Everett, your host. And Conversations with Nicole is a talk show based in Tallahassee, Florida, although we are live in Miami today, focused on connecting the community through conversations. And today is what I call Wellness Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday is an opportunity for you, me, and my guests to chat about something interesting and intriguing. And today, my very special guest is none other than Terrance DJ TB Bacon, who is a native of Miami, a fellow Viking just like me, a fellow Rattler just like me. But before I introduce him, I want to hear from you. Where are you tuning in from? We are live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn, and your comments and questions are very much so welcome. We're talking about beyond the music. He is a DJ that can move the crowd. I feel like DJs are like doctors because they can kind of tap into what's going on with us and how they can move us and get our emotions going and flowing. And so I'm super excited to have him on with me. And so I see a few folks on. My mom, who is in the other room, giving me love and greetings. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Janelle Nicole, she said, come through earrings because she made these earrings. Okay. That is my girlfriend in Houston who will be here in Miami joining us very, very shortly. So I know there'll be others joining us, but I'm going to go ahead and share some of DJ TB's bio. So DJ TB Terrance Bacon is a 26-year-old graduate of the Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University from Miami, Florida, picked up DJing as a hobby and decided to follow his passion of music over his degree in architecture. He also was a member of the Marching 100 and a Strikers Dance Troupe member since 2017. And let me tell you, he can get down, okay? He will leave the music and come out and dance on the dance floor if need be, right? Show us how to do it. So y'all, help me welcome DJ TB.
How y'all doing? Welcome in. Appreciate you for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you for being here. So, for those who may not know, I actually went to school with DJ TB's dad, although he's a year or two older than me, but still, I remember Terry Bacon back at New Orleans back in the day in the 19. I'm not gonna talk about that, but
Right.
yes, but wonderful person, and his son is a chip off the old block. So I'm so glad to have you here and talk about this topic of beyond the music. So before we dive into our topic, I want you to, let us know who is Terrance Bacon, DJ TB, not what you do, but in your own words, who are you?
Okay, from long story short, I'm Terrence Bacon Jr. My dad is Terrence Bacon Sr. I'm just a guy from around the way that loves music in every way, shape, or form, whether it's on paper, whether it's through the eardrums, whether it's, you know, ex uh, whether it's just coming out of my body. I don't know. It's just something that I've grown up to. I have a musical family. My grandmother played piano, grew up in the church. My grandfather always had his classic CDs, so did my dad and my mother, and so on and so forth. All of my siblings are older than me, and anything that made noise, I was drawn to it. So that's pretty much it on me.
All right, very good. Well, we got a lot of folks chiming in. Nehemiah Fields, yo, Hubbard's black. Look, Hubbard's black. So
Another Marshall 100 member and striker in the chat. What's going on,
yeah,
nigga?
All right, Gilbert Fulton chiming in. Thank you for being here. So appreciate it. So look, for all y'all strikers, 100, I need y'all to like and share and subscribe. Because we're here Mondays and Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. And the exciting thing about this conversation is we are promoting your event. So tell us a little about this event coming up.
Okay, September 5th. Specifically at 5. Oh, my bad, not 5. Specifically at 8 p.m. I'm a little excited about it because it's something I've been planning on for months now. It's Clash of the DJs, right? Me, Jay Ritt, DJ Switch, DJ Savage, Travis Two Turn, and a special guest DJ Popo. We're having it at the Striker Studio in Tallahassee, 2221 South Monroe Street. It's gonna be something. Well, first of all, let me give you a little backstory. So one of my birthdays earlier this year, I was tired of doing the regular old parties. I was tired of going out spending money to party, and I was like, what can I give back to the people who have installed in me that time
Hmm.
to look at it without breaking the bank? Because I was a fresh grad, so I was trying to figure out something to do, and I was like, well, all my friends are DJs. I'm a DJ. Why not just throw something? And I called one of my counterparts, Mr. Hardiman, who runs
Carol? Yes.
project. He let me use his venue. God bless him. And all
Hmm.
my friends who, bartenders and door people, and we threw a little intimate event. At first, it was just something for the fun of it, but then it ended up being a whole extravaganza that people were like, "Yeah, when you gonna run it back? When you gonna run it back?" So basically, the event is it says class to DJs, but it's not really a competition. It's more so an exhibition, if you will, a showcase, a
Nice.
performance. A lot of DJs don't really get the chance to express themselves how they started out because
Mm,
it's the entertainment business and you got to get the people to pop their bottles and you got to get the girls their birthday shout outs and their songs. But this is just strictly whatever you can do to bless them turntables and bless them people ears, you do that. You know what I'm saying? There's no winner. There's no somebody loses, somebody is coming out on top. It's just simply an exhibition to show the listeners why you take your craft so serious and why you bless that craft. And I want to appreciate all of the DJs that allowed me to put them on board with this. It's just an amazing event. Something
yeah,
wholesome is not too extravagant, it's not too bourgeoisie, as some people would say. It's just something that really represents a good, genuine time.
love it, love it, love it. So looking forward to attending and hearing what the DJs do and their creativity and seeing what they gonna put out there. I've seen what you do firsthand as well as on social. And you do all right. You do a good job.
I try my best. I practice every now and then.
Indeed, indeed. Speaking of doing a good job, there's somebody on here that I think you might know, Mr. Patton.
Mr. Desmond.
Mm-hmm.
One of the pioneers to help me DJ outside of my dad, you know what I'm saying, being a great father and taking the step to a son's passion. You know what I'm saying? Miss Desmond has definitely played a big role in my DJ career as much as my dad.
Indeed. And Desmond is also a fellow Viking, again, a couple years older than me, but he was the one that connected me and TJD TB. So glad that you're on here, Des. Thank you so much for your support. My sister Shayla is on. Hey Shay, thank you for being here. Miss Tracy Gole, thank you, Tracy, and Miss Lisa Herring Jones. Appreciate you. So beyond the music. When we talked about, I said, what's our topic? You said beyond the music. And so
Mhm.
when you think about beyond the music, what does that mean to you?
Well, without repeating the title, it's
Mhm.
basically, if we can get personal for a second,
Sure.
we're African American. We
Hmm.
can't do anything without a beat, the snare, a drum to it. It's just how we were bred it ever since our ancestors kind of did that.
Hmm.
And why I wanted this topic on top of it being Wellness Wednesday, it's something that we can all connect to that we never had a one-on-one conversation with. There's no therapist, there's no pamphlet, there's no workout regimen, there's no medicine that has a better understanding without prerequisites better than us in music.
Mm.
So with this being said, I know you earlier in your introduction, you said music is like, a doctor. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I had to find a lot of my doctors, but
Mm,
Music can just be played, and a lot of my problems could be healed. They could be exposed. They
mm-hmm.
could be translated better. And I've personally never had so many connections with people that I've never seen face to face or talked to a day in my life. But for some reason, because you rapped on the beat, because you sung a melody, because you scatted or you beatboxed or something like that, I had a whole connection with a whole nother person that I never really ever experienced. So
Yeah.
it's something more than just notes on the keyboard to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I agree. And I want to get our viewers involved as well. What does music do for y'all? Let us know in the comments if you don't mind just chiming in. Just what significant or impact does it make in your life? We got Jasmine P on. She says shouts out to DJ TB, one of the best to do it. And
Appreciate it, Jazz.
yes, as she said, universal language for sure. Agree. Agree, agree, agree. All right. Nehemiah wakes me up. Love it.
Hey man, I love
I
when
know
my friends
that's
do
a
that.
look, I know that's a play on your business, right?
Yeah, it's one of my slogans. If
Mhm.
small backstory, Nehemiah is the TB Wake 'em Up. That's actually his voice.
Oh,
That
nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's a very interesting story. When I was first DJing, I needed a slogan because I went through a couple of aliases before. I just stuck
Uh-huh.
with my name. And Nehemiah, he's a very talented individual. He, did a couple sound bites and whatnot, and he said it, and I was like, say that one more time, but put like a little accent on it. He's Dominican, so like, put a little accent on it. And then, he did it like TB, wake up. I was like, that's catchy. Put a
It
little
is.
sound effects on it, and that's been the staple ever since I started DJing. People don't even say hi to me no more. They see me in the street. What's going on, y'all boys? The TV, wake them up. It's like, okay, come over here and say hi. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Oh, well, thank you, Nehemiah, for the slogan. We love it. All right, we got Enigma Sep on. He said, "Music saved my life." Love it. Now,
Whew. Yeah.
he, uh, I don't know. You are a former DJ. He also had a talk show, a podcast that he did. I think he might
Mm,
be coming back. He's picked up photography most recently, but he
mm.
also used to do some rapping back in the day too. So he's definitely a hip hop head for sure.
Okay.
So thank you for being here, E. All right. Jasmine said, being a band kid most of my life, music has played a huge role in shaping my values and perspective on life. Yeah, love
Also
it.
true.
Absolutely. Alana, I think W,
Hmm.
music definitely keeps me centered and makes life a bit easier. I agree wholeheartedly. I can go days without looking at television, but I got to hear some music every day. Every day. I grew up listening to 99 Jams, back in the day when it was still independently owned, not part of a conglomerate. And,
Hmm.
I think I told you that back when I was a little girl, I can remember like the riots that were going on in Miami, and the DJs like trying to calm the people down, telling them to go home and not be out looting and burning, and people listen. And so, I feel like DJs have their kind of their ear to the ground and are the heart, kind of the heartbeat of the community. At least that's the way I grew up with them. So, especially with giving information and relating to people. And I know, you know, DJs can be personalities too, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
To a lot of people, I'll even take it a step further. To a lot of people, DJs was the closest thing to a public figure you can be, depending on how far back we talking.
Yeah.
I mean, to have a voice in any form of community, whether it's through your talents or through your work accolades, is something that we all kind of strive to have.
Mm-hmm.
But being a DJ is to know that you can have that much control or influence, rather, over
Influence.
somebody without physically touching them or physically instructing them is
Mm-hmm.
almost addicting
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
something genuine. I always tell people there's no amount of production you can put on because a lot of people remember how they feel, not what you did, not what you look like, what you said, but how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why hole in the walls are a big thing because it's genuine, it's fun, it's communion, it's
Yes.
almost like church with a different form of music, honestly, for some people. So that community, when hip hop started, it was something that was kind of frowned on. So those
Hmm.
people can form the community, and then those people had kids, and so on and so forth. And it became this big genre that is paying people's bills now today, including mine. So I can't
Hmm.
take it for granted, not one single bit.
Indeed, indeed. All right, E. He said, I'm not a DJ. I just play music on the radio. I can't with you, sir. Anyway, my sister Shayla, music is a soundtrack. Music can hold memories. Music can get people moving in all. Yes, agree, agree, agree. How many of you all have a song that can take you back to a particular time in your life, a particular maybe person you might have been with, a particular
Mhm.
event that may have taken place? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments if you can relate to all of that.
There's actually, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just gonna give a shout out to Jarvis Rittman. Thank you for joining us.
All right, he's one of the DJs on Clash of DJs as well, J Rick.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. All right, and John G. Music uplifts, heals, and comforts. It is the soul's interpreter. Ooh, I like that. Thank you for sharing. All right, what you got, TV?
Okay, I was just saying that I have a friend of mine. His name is Tyreek Stewart. He's also a striker,
Okay,
former band member, graduate of Florida A&M, got his master's recently.
nice.
He did a study on how music affects the brain on a chemical level.
Wow.
And he actually, if I'm not mistaken, he actually presented it for his master's that ended up getting his master's.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of songs based off frequency have certain triggers. That's why sad songs or ballads make you feel a certain way, or a rap song or something that's maybe more upbeat and higher pitch make you feel a certain type of way. There's songs that just trigger the emotion even before anybody put lyrics on them. Because,
Yes.
for example, like when Beethoven and Mozart and all those creators started having music, they didn't even have lyrics to it. They didn't really have a beat, a metronome, or nothing. It was just melodies that resonated with the people to this day.
And let me just add to that because I did my first sound bath in January.
Hmm.
These are like crystal bowls, and the person who's doing the sound bath takes like
Hmm.
a mallet or something and makes these sounds, right?
Yeah.
And they're different frequencies. So when you talk about frequencies, and they can have impact on people. So some people will experience that sound and that frequency and cry. Other people can fall into a deep sleep. Other folks can, you know, just kind of go inside themselves in a meditative state. And so it's amazing, when you talk about sound, and we're not even talking about lyrics, but just the frequency
Hmm.
of that sound. That's all I can say is sound, but just
Yeah.
the frequencies and how it impacts us, right?
Because it
Mm,
resonates with you.
exactly.
Everything that is a solid has a frequency that moves them.
Hmm.
I've learned that in the band room a couple of times where we have like a couple of instruments or drums. If something's a certain frequency, it'll shake. If something else is a certain frequency, then it can break or it
Mm,
can loosen. Kind of
hmm.
the same way, you can relax or you can tense up
Yeah.
or everything. Even the fact of movie scares. A lot of horror movies have certain frequencies
Oh
that
yes.
makes you scary or,
Listen,
certain
they
things,
start playing that scary. I call it scary music, and that's you know something about to happen. So here I'm like this,
right.
hiding.
So everything has a frequency that resonate with you. And that's why a lot of people may not see DJing how I see DJing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not Jazzy Jeff or Grandmaster Flash or nothing like that. But for somebody who couldn't stay away from making noise, I'm just talking about infants.
Mhm.
Everybody tried to bang on the desk or they wanted to be the whatever rapper was hot out or something. I couldn't stay away from the stage or the microphone, specifically a microphone. Like there's a baby picture of me somewhere that my mom or my dad have when I was in preschool and I was the only kid grabbing the mic. Like, look at me, you know what I'm saying? So
Nice.
music just resonates with people, but
Mm.
something about music with Black people is deeper than what a lot of people may want to, admit.
Well, I think it's as you said. I think it's the drums.
Hmm.
It's the drums. I think it as you said, resonates, but it's like the drum beat of our hearts, right?
Right.
Without that heartbeat, we dead, you know? And so I
Right.
think, that's why we are so drawn to the music, to that rhythm, to that, you know,
Yeah. I
you
do.
know. All right. E said Liberation Outcast. This song always hits me with
Oof.
tear ducts.
It's a
Hmm.
good one.
Okay. Yeah, y'all put some songs in there. Let us know if there's a song that just really I actually put in the event for tonight if there was a song that you just can't help but make it to the dance floor when this particular song comes on. So
Yes.
if that exists for you, let us know. Or if there's just a song that just really resonates with you, I will tell you, TB, my what I consider my jam, my song is Denise Williams, "Cause You Love Me, Baby," just the way.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that is my jam right there.
I can smell the barbecue from here. Yes, that's a classic right there. Yeah,
Listen,
that
don't be
does it.
calling your auntie out. Don't do it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Cause listen, I love me a little clean up woman myself. You know what I'm
Oh my
saying? That's
goodness, come on,
so
Betty. Love
yeah. That's how I grew up. All those classics. Some people call them oldie goldies, but to me, it felt like it came out yesterday. So
it.
I love all of that. I grew up listening to Otis Redding, Luther Vandross, Sam Cooke, Phyllis. My granddad listened to her all the time.
Oh
So
yeah, Phyllis
you know,
Hyman was awesome.
mhm.
Hmm. So, how do you like curate playlists?
Honestly, and I hope my DJs don't crucify me for this.
Uh oh.
I don't. I try my hardest to try to pre-plan it, but you can't pre-plan a feeling. You have to kind of just
Mm-hmm.
go with it. Like I know a lot of DJs that are talented enough to put songs in a category and just go off of that. But
Mm-hmm.
even when I was DJing for you guys or the Akoa family up in Tallahassee, the African
Mm-hmm.
dance classes,
Yeah.
I can't really tell how you're feeling, and it would be ignorant of me to just kind of go in my own little lane because of how I'm feeling. If my job is to satisfy you, whether it's dancing, whether it's hitting a song that you may need to hear at the time, I have to
Mm-hmm.
go off your vibe. There's been plenty of times where I've had a gig, and my DJs can attest to this, to where it's like, all right, we finna go dance, we finna turn up, and the crowd's just not feeling it because they're not resonating. It may not be a you issue, it may not be a them issue, but you have to just find out what it is. So I may play some Lil Wayne, I may play some Denise, I may play some Luther Vandross, I may play some Chris Brown, but I won't know until something hits. And then it's kind of like a tug of war. I'll give you something, and then depending on what you give me, then I can kind of return it to you. But
Nice.
nobody knows. You can't really curate it unless they give you the songs. So
Right. Right. Right.
kind of
Right.
just winging it.
Wow. 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 Now, do you keep like certain songs in your arsenal that you know have have worked well in the past for other groups that you try out? Like, I don't know, Luther, Bad Boy, or uh,
Yeah, I always have a couple of it depends on who the crowd is, of course.
of
But
course.
I if my friends are still watching, any of them can tell you that one of my pivotal points of my career is that I always had those one or two songs that nobody ever sees coming, but it fits the
Mm-hmm,
vibe perfectly.
mm-hmm.
And how I got put on with the older events is because even when I was 22, 23 years old, I was like, they don't think I know about Otis Redding, do you? They don't think I know about, smoking by Smokey Robinson Cruising. They don't think I know about this. So when I pull it out, it's like, oh, well, what do you know about that? So
Uh-huh.
you always gotta have that ace in your deck of cards that can kind of
Gotcha.
wow the crowd to keep them interactive.
Love it. Love it. All right. We got Miss Jeanette on here in Miami Gardens. She said, let's not forget Frankie Beverly. In the spiritual realm, I am moved when I just hear just a closer walk with thee. That's all right. Listen,
Yeah.
love,
Fellas,
love it. Thank you for sharing, Miss Jeanette. All right. Sharice is joining us from Atlanta. Thank you for being here. Happy Wednesday. And E said, word, a dope DJ can read the crowd and create the vibe.
mhm.
Hmm. So tell me about that, creating that vibe. I mean, what's been maybe the highest vibe that you felt DJing? Like, have you do you when you, I guess, get to a place where folks are kind of feeling you? Do you feel like you're in a zone, maybe, or I liken it to maybe like a basketball player or athlete or something.
Okay, so I've had a lot of pivotal moments, but I can say the era that kind of describes that high that you're asking me about was
Hmm.
long story short, there was a time where I was trying to DJ, but I was a nobody, it wasn't their fault, but a couple of promoters were like, hey, you asking for this, but you can't bring a crowd, and I wasn't getting into the clubs or the restaurants.
Okay.
So my friends, being my friends, like, man, you can get your own little place. You don't need to worry about the promoters. And da. You the best thing out here since sliced bread. And I was like, okay, well, I went to this little hole in the wall spot. Like I said about them hole in the walls. It was a little
Mhm.
taco spot called Taco More. I think it's called El Palenque now. And
Okay.
I told them, I said, if I can give you 50 customers every Tuesday, every Saturday, can I get like $150? They said,
Okay.
okay. They took a chance on me.
Okay.
And I created a space where, didn't charge at the doors, an open spot. It was just me, the tacos, and the sneakers.
Nice.
And it turned, within a year, it turned into a whole fiasco of vibes, and people were trying to figure it out. Like, is there celebrities going out there? Is it free for ladies? Like, what's going on? It's like, no, D just plays whatever feels good. It may be the Martin theme song, and
Mm.
then you hear Victory by Ty Tribbett right after. It's just
Oh,
all feel good music. And then we would have themes. Um, see, Jarvis knows talking more.
wow.
Then we started doing stuff that just, kind of resembled genuine fun. It would be, sing along, singer shot, or it
Mhm.
was we had one of our biggest events outside of my birthday bash was costumes and Casamigos. We had everybody kind of dress up because it was Halloween weekend, and then the
Ah,
best costume wins. But we
mhm.
still had that good time of like, hey, this music moves me. It's not about sections. It's not about nobody staring at each other. It's not about looking good in the club. People would come in their pajamas after they did their homework just to enjoy the vibe of the people.
Wow.
I'm not saying I'm the best DJ out there, but I do know me and my friends know how to have a good time with good people.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, so evidently Takamura was everything because folks are chiming in. So
Yeah, if you know, you know. RFP talking more, man.
all right, well there you go. So but I love to hear that, right? That you kind of charge your own path. Like you said, you were quote unquote a nobody, in terms of these people didn't know you and what your capability was, and so you prove yourself and create this atmosphere and draw this crowd, right?
Hmm.
Um, and so I think that is absolutely phenomenal. And it sounds like you were able to, draw from, or attract some diverse folks from diverse backgrounds, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. And
Because
so,
I've been in
how,
person.
how,
Sorry.
how challenging is that?
Very. Anybody can tell you. Every time I plug that laptop up, I am sweating. I got to bring a sweat rag just so I don't sweat through my uniform all the time. It's nerve wracking because at the end of the day, anything that happens is on you.
Mm,
Like, I'm not an electrician, so if the lights go out, why they be like, "Dang, DJ, what's going on?" Or
right.
then you don't ask the bouncer at the door. You ask me like, "Hey, where's the bathroom?" Because
Mm,
you are deemed the person in control of the party at the time, even though you don't
yes.
really have any real control. You know what
Mm,
I'm saying? If you stop playing music, the party's over. If you keep playing music, the party's still going. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? If you feel sad, if music feels sad, then I guess you're in a sad mood. You have control over somebody sonically, and it's not restraint. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people take control as restraint, but it's like you don't got no handcuffs on. Nobody's stopping you from doing anything, but you're doing it off of your own free will and on your own feeling.
No, that's good. That's real good. That's real good. Now, in terms of a battle of the DJs, you know, uh, do you all, talk in advance a little bit about, what you're gonna do, or it's just kind of free flow?
It's free flow. I will say this: everybody has a 30-minute set, except for Popo. We put a little extra money on him, so he had to do an hour. But
Okay.
everybody has a 30-minute set, and you can do whatever. It's freelance. You can do whatever you feel like is the best expression of yourself. Somebody could scratch, or somebody can do tricks, or somebody can play nothing but throwbacks. What I said my last event, or the last time I threw the event earlier this January, was this is a safe place. So yes, there are chairs there, but you don't have to sit down. I just did that because there's a big demographic. It may be somebody in their 50s coming in, maybe somebody who just turned 18 coming. But
Mm,
you don't have to sit down and watch. You can get up and dance. You can repost it. This is a safe place. Imagine if you were in your room by yourself and nobody but you and whatever the radio is playing. That's the vibe that we're creating. And
okay.
just a little flair on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, get you a drink or two if you want. And we already set the vibe for you, because one thing we don't want to do, we're not a club.
Yeah.
We're not a lounge. We're not a corporate event. We're just a couple of DJs trying to have a good time and give back to the people, because you don't know who may need to hear that song. You don't know who may need to dance today. And this not the place to worry about everybody else. Uncle Leroy and Lil Day Day want to dance with you. So we out having a good time.
Not little day day. All right. Very good. Well, we are a little more than halfway through our talk. So for those
Mhm.
of you who are just tuning in, I am on with Terrance Bacon Jr., also known as DJ TB, and we're talking beyond the music, beyond the music. And he is hosting his Clash of the DJs, which is
Mhm.
coming up September 5th. Tell them about it.
Yes, please get your tickets. Hopefully I can put the Eventbrite link in here. Yes, September 5th, 8 p.m., 2221 South Monroe Street in Tallahassee, Florida. Me, Jay Ritt, DJ Switch, DJ Savage, Travis Two Turn, and DJ Popo. It's gonna be an amazing night. About a 2.5 hour event, maybe three if people start drinking too much. But we're gonna have an amazing time. It's nothing but good vibes, great music, and incredible people. So please come out. It is no age limit restriction on it. So it's not going to be a bunch of YNs. It's not going to be a bunch of quote unquote old folks as well. So everybody come out. We're here to have a great time and enjoy a great experience.
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, I plan to be there. Looking forward to it. Definitely get your tickets from Eventbrite and come out and support. We are looking for opportunities to have a good time. I know line dancing has kind of taken on a whole, form of its own. I have been to Ayoka's events, and you have DJ'd, and I've done the line dance set at their events. And so, this is just another way that we can build community and support one another. So definitely looking forward to it. So we got DJ King Green on. He said, dang, I would love to be on that. He said, I'm pulling up. All right, DJ King Green.
Come on, man. Let's talk. We might have some room for you. Come on, man.
Nice, 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 nice. So I've been tagging my DJ friends in hopes that they will come out and be a part of it. Just to listen and have a good time. So
Understood.
yeah, I think that'll be really good. Now, how can a DJ set help maybe reduce stress or anxiety in a
Because
crowded?
it gets something out of you that you can't put into words.
Mm,
Everybody has a song that they cried on. Everybody has a song that just makes them dance, even though they don't know what the meaning is. Everybody has those one or two songs. So if you put those same collection of songs and play them out your speakers, you've basically ran through every emotion they may be hiding. There has been times where people have come to me and said, "Yo, that's the most fun I've had in a while." Not because they were drinking, not because they were out, but because they just had a good time. Like I build off of nostalgia because I know how that is for people.
mm,
There's nothing like dancing to your favorite line dance and then hearing your favorite TV show get played right after. It just does something to the brain. We have this saying, it scratches your brain so good to hear things, because it's drawn to memory. It's like,
mm,
okay, this is my wedding anniversary song, but this is when I met the girl, and then this reminds me of the school that I met her at. It may be a whole thing of that nature, or it's like the amount of people that have been dancing to Otis Redding at my gigs and they don't even know who that is. And it's like I would ask them, "Why are you dancing to this song? You don't know what it is." They said,
Mm.
"I don't know. This oldest guy just makes me feel like a pimp." And it's like, okay, if that
Not
what makes you.
feel like a pimp.
I've got so many reactions, but that's how you know people have a good time when you can't explain why you're having a good time. It's
Mm.
something genuine. It's something that moves you. It resonates back to those sour frequencies.
Ab-
Nobody explained to you how to dance to this song or what this song feels like. You determine that.
Indeed. I mean, you're absolutely right. All right, we got Danita on with us. Thank you for being here. And Whitney wants to know, what is the dress code?
Okay. We don't have one. I would recommend not coming in pajamas, but something casual. Some shirts, some pants. For my ladies, if you want to move a little something, shorts is okay. You
Hmm.
know that there will be 21-year-olds and there will be grown folks as well. So don't embarrass yourself, but come enough to come with your good. No, don't bring your good stuff. I'll say that much, because you will dance. No, don't bring your little bougie prom dress. Don't bring your good shoes, because you gonna scuff them up on that dance floor. Just look nice, feel better. That's all I can say.
And come have a good time. All right.
Mhm.
Lisa, she says, sounds amazing. Music is therapeutic to me. Love it. Love it. Thank you for sharing, Lisa. Y'all, so I want y'all, I'm still waiting for you all. I think only one person put a song in the chat, and that
Mm.
was me. And that was Liberation by Outkast. So let me know what song. Oh, Miss Jeanette said, Frankie Beverly and Just a Closer Walk with Thee. So let us know what song moves you. What is your feel good song, or the song that gets you on a dance floor, or just maybe even the theme song for your life. Let us know in the chat. We want to know what song moves you. We want to know. I know for you, DJ TV, it's probably difficult for you to identify that song that just does it for you, because you just have so much music pouring out of you. But any top artists or top genres or
Ooh, yeah, it is hard, but I'd say one of my favorite songs. I'd say the song that I found out I can sing on
Mhm.
was Luther Vandross Superstar. That was the first kind of song that I was like, oh, I can do that. Then
Okay.
I say my favorite ballad though is Tamia Stranger in My House, one of them. If
Okay.
I could put like a Mount Rushmore of singers, okay, I gotta do girls and boys.
Wait a minute. Come on. Not the
I
Mount.
gotta do them because I can't, it's four heads not enough for each. But okay, with the men, I'll say okay, and this is just no particular order, but
Okay.
for the men, I'd say Michael Jackson,
Uh-huh.
Chris Brown,
Uh-huh.
Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
You ain't gonna like this one, but Tank. That's
Okay.
those are my four for the men, and for the
And the
women,
women.
yeah. And see, yeah, I know you're waiting on this one.
I got a whole list. I'm writing it all down. Go ahead. What you got?
For the women, Jasmine Sullivan,
Jasmine.
Whitney Houston.
Okay.
I wanna say Mariah Carey, but I gotta switch her out for Kiki Wyatt,
Wait a minute. Okay.
and I'll put. I don't maybe choose between my aunties. I'll pick Anita Baker.
Okay. I knew you was gonna pick Anita.
I can't leave Anita out. It's like I love Patty, and I can't leave out Aretha, but it's like I gotta pick one.
Okay. Nice. Nice. All right. So they chiming in. They chiming in. King Green, get up and get out. Get out. Outcast.
Outcast.
Love it. All right. Whitney, Chris Brown right now. Okay. Come on. Love it. My mom, lovely day. Yes, that
Bill
is
Willis
Bill Withers. Yes, and then Jarvis, Baby Be Mine, and PYT, Michael Jackson. Every time.
every time.
Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for sharing. I love
Those
that.
some good ones.
Those are some good ones. I know it's tough because there's so many talented artists out there.
Right. And they all make you feel different.
Mm-hmm.
All different reasons.
Yes. Now, do you believe that the shared experience of dancing and enjoying music can strengthen social bonds?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Because it
Yeah.
doesn't involve instruction. So
Mm-hmm.
that way you can't do it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think in the current state of America that we need these social bonds?
Yes. If you ask me, this is probably the most connected we've been through the past couple of years. They got a joke on social media right now saying that the world is burning down and everybody's popping their fans at the show ride.
Mm, they sure are.
Because the only thing you can do is laugh and dance. Because hey, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is definitely an interesting time. All right, we got Boss Barbie on. She said October London, make me wanna love it. Thank you for sharing. All right. Janita said Whitney Houston, I want to dance with somebody. Mary J. Blige, just fine. Oh, yes. That used to be my jam.
Mm-hmm.
SWV week, high five. I like the way. Oh, yeah, I like that too. That'll get them started, boy. And
Hmm.
I like Afro beats. Burner Boy and Davido.
Yeah, he got like three different names. I think it's Davido.
Yes, 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 yes. No, those are all great. Thank you for sharing. Love it. Well, we could have a party with all this music y'all done named to here tonight.
I really encourage everybody to come out. Please, y'all come out. Like I know a lot of promoters and people who do events say come out, but I can promise you the people who have went to this event in my chat earlier this year or in the chat earlier this year, we still are finding videos of how fun it was. And it wasn't that many people. It was about 61, 62 people in there.
Gotcha.
And you would have thought it was an extravaganza or Obama just got reelected. It was a party in there, and it was a great time. So I really recommend if y'all can, we got to put this link up there somewhere. Y'all need to go get y'all tickets because I'm
So just
telling you, it's an experience.
just type it in the private chat and I'll put it in the in the
Okay.
regular comments so folks can click on it.
Hmm.
Hmm. So you said you don't curate playlists, but I'm curious around. I've seen some videos of you like you'll be playing a song and then you get on your little device and like do a little tap 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 and then you'll mix another song in there and it's just like how did he put that together? So is there like when you're not at a gig, working or what have you, are you and when you're not live on social, doing stuff, do you, I don't know how it assembles in your mind, like how it flows in your mind, but do you take time and tinker around with stuff outside of times when you're working?
I do. I have a bad habit of not writing it down because I'll forget it later. But a lot of it's on the fly. Being in the band, a lot of stuff is maybe a couple of octaves over or whatnot, but I'm not that musically inclined. I will say that. I just know what goes together. My method is okay, if you guys are dancing to a song, I need to think of the next two songs because y'all are this one is already kind of basically thrown away. But if I'm out somewhere and we all kind of have a song that's stuck in our head,
Mm-hmm.
strikers, we have this. I'm not gonna say a bad habit, but I mean, you've seen the strikers. We'll get in the circle, and somebody will start a beat, and we'll start bobbing our head. Somebody do something with a different lyric, and now we have a mashup going. But in my head, I'm writing it down because I didn't know that Burna Boy go great with Frankie Beverly. Now I gotta play it at the club, see how it works.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, who have been some of the DJs that you admire?
Ooh, you're gonna get me in trouble. But no, yes. The two at the top is definitely Bo Easy and DJ Nasty. From 99 Jams.
Boom,
Yeah,
boom.
Bo knows. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Bo knows. DJ
yes.
years. Him, DJ Popo, one of the dudes that's coming. I recently started communicating with him. Great, great showman. Well, whatever you think DJs did on Juice, he does in real life. I can admit that.
Okay.
Yes, a very, very talented showman. It goes down the list. DJ Tight, DJ Barry, everybody from Escape the States. J Tech, very musically inclined. One day I hope to meet Jazzy Jeff just off the knowledge. DJ Puffy. The list goes on and on. But
Gotcha.
even the two in the chat, Jay Ritt, another young man that a lot of people say I took up under my wing, but he's teaching me stuff every day. Very talented DJ as well.
Nice, nice, nice. I love to hear that. I love to hear the um camaraderie, but also just, you know, learning from one another, you know.
Hmm.
That's really good. I feel like that's real special, and I think that's like iron and sharpening iron.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
he has some songs that I don't know, and vice versa. He's from Tallahassee, so he has some Quincy cuts or something
Mm-hmm.
that may enhance my playlist, and vice versa. I may know a little bit more the technical side, but he was a drum major too, and he
Mm-hmm.
was also in the band. He played trumpet. He's a striker too, so iron sharpens iron for sure.
For sure, for sure, for sure. All right. Now I know we got some more people out here that have not shared their either artists or songs. So let us know, because we're trying to put us a little conversation with Nicole beyond the music playlist together with all this music that you all are dropping. All right. I see that Jarvis, oh, he's got like a little kind of grateful face emoji going on. So
This
love
guy,
it.
man.
Love it. Love it. All right. And then the Eventbrite link is right here. Whitney said drop the link for the ticket. So here it is. So definitely go to
Mhm.
the link in the comments on Facebook, on YouTube, and purchase your tickets. And tickets started with like $10 or something like that.
General admission is 10. The early bird tickets. Well, I mean, the general admission is like 15, 16 now.
15. Okay.
Yes, the early bird tickets were 10, but you got the limit on that, but
It
those are
did.
gone. If you want to get the tickets with the open bar included, it's $20. So,
Okay.
and
Still very reasonable. Look, listen, a movie will cost you $20 nowadays. So listen, you
whew,
I'm telling you. So come listen to the DJs, hear some great music, get your dance on, have a good time, and you know, just enjoy
yeah.
yourself, right?
A lot of people can't think of the first five songs off the top of their head, so I'm trying to get them a little bit more leniency on like the songs or whatever the case may be. If you were to walk up to somebody right now, and be like, real quick, what's your favorite song? They're gonna because it's nobody can put one at the top.
Well, listen, Janita gave us like 4 or 5 right there. So Whitney, Mary, SWV, High
Hmm.
Five, Burner Boy. Listen, oh Lord, here go E. Open bar,
Uh,
yes. He said,
yes, open bar. It will be open bar there. If you can drink responsibly, then there is the open bar there that you can indulge in.
yes, yes, yes. So again, just I like the idea of the battle. I think that it's a safe space. It's a creative space. It promotes positive experiences, and a good time, a good way for community to come together and support this art form, because this really is an art form. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what you want to say about that, it being an art form?
Anything that doesn't have instructions could be honestly an art form because there's no wrong way of doing it. There could be ways that isn't favored, but there's no real wrong way to DJ. There's no instruction manual. It's not like math. Math is set in stone. No matter how you put it, it comes out the same way. There's no way that you can per se DJ wrong if you're getting the crowd moving. There's stipulations and stuff that every genre, every artistic figure has. But DJing is just literally feeling good. If you play Mary Had a Little Lamb and that gets the crowd moving, you're a good DJ at that moment. You know what I mean? If
I
if
do.
if if you can find a way to get grandma, your dad, and your best friend to all be on the same dance floor to the same songs, then you're a good DJ. It's something that takes a lot more time because you have to learn music theory or have a concept of it. You have to sit there and work technology nowadays because everything's on a laptop. You have
Mm,
to sit there and be strong enough to hold speakers 3 times your body weight over your head. It's so much things. And all people think that you do is just press play like your YouTube. It's like, no, I have to find a way to sit here and be good enough for you to pay X amount of hundred of dollars to be satisfied because at the end of the day, I'm giving you a service,
mm-hmm.
and it's completely objectified. It's completely objectified. It's
Yeah.
not like food, whereas if it's good, it's good. If you may have the time of your life, but your sister may not have the same experience you had.
Mm-hmm.
And that all determines on how you made them feel. And
Yeah.
something as small as a sound effect, a transition, a comment on the mic can determine that. So
Mm,
it's very fragile. It's very
yeah.
fragile.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure. All right. Kesey just joined us. She's in Tallahassee. Thank you for being here, Kesey. And Lisa has chimed in with Mary J, TLC, and Lauren Hill. Yes.
Mhm.
Love all of them and all of their music. So thank you for sharing. So Kesey, I've been asking folks to chime in with their either favorite artists or favorite songs. DJ CB gave us his Mount Rushmore for the men and for the women. And he had a hard time coming up with this list, but I love it. All right, Janita says she will donate a ticket. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Appreciate you
it.
so much.
Yes, absolutely. All right. E said Warning by Biggie,
Ooh.
Stand by Eminem, Elephant
Ooh.
by Outkast, Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Didn't You Know by Erica Badu. Ooh,
I don't have
that's
to worry about this Enigma guy. He got some bangers on there. Stan Eminem under the bridge. Okay. Might be a DJ after all.
yeah, know music for sure. All right. She said I can't hang late. It's okay. That's all right. We appreciate you though. We
I
appreciate it.
understand.
Appreciate the support. So as we get ready to wrap up this conversation, um, hold on. Shayla said, "Woo, child, that under the bridge."
Right, under the bridge was crazy. I said, wow.
That just shows the vastness of his repertoire of music.
Mhm.
Hmm. I think and I don't know if it's like this, nowadays, but I grew up in the what we call kind of the MTV era, like MTV just,
Mhm.
cable first coming on, MTV first coming on. I spent hours in front of the TV watching MTV. And so, and there wasn't a whole lot of black artists on MTV.
Mm.
So, I listened to Red Hot Chili Peppers and Men at Work and you know, Culture Club and all of these other artists, right? And so I feel like I have quite a vast repertoire, especially of 80s, 90s, maybe pop and rock and that sort of thing. Do you think it's still as diverse nowadays as maybe it was back then in terms of folks having this wide variety of music that they have access to? I know there's YouTube, I know there's Spotify and all these other platforms, but do you think that kind of by and large young people are listening to a great cross pollination of music?
No, they're not, honestly. Do they have access to it? Absolutely. Do
Hmm.
they enjoy it? No. There is a reason why everybody knew at least one Beatles song or one Elvis song that wasn't per se Caucasian. And there
Hmm.
was, that universal Caribbean song or Afrobeat song that everybody liked. Now it's so microwavable and it's so fast. And I'll never bash an artist for trying to get your coin. Go ahead, pay your bills. I'm not mad at you.
Hmm.
But there's a reason why Michael Jackson been dead almost 20 years and he's still getting the same plays as if he was alive. There's a reason why Frankie Beverly had one album and it still transcends to today's time. There's a reason why this music can stand the test of time, not because of the person, because of how it made him feel. There's
Hmm.
people who, perfect example, me. I wasn't born in anything before 1999, but there should be no reason why I'm listening to artists who've been dead longer than I've been alive.
Right.
But that's because the music resonates. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things can be passed down, but if it doesn't resonate to you, it doesn't mean anything.
Hmm.
So even today, one of my biggest things is I'll try my hardest. I don't want to scare away any clients, but I can't stand 18-year-old parties because they don't have the patience. They don't have the musical capabilities that some other people do. Back then, you can play Baby Shark, and then somehow the 5-year-old still knew Frankie Beverly or Chris Brown song. Now it's like what that TikTok song that's 30 seconds isn't gonna do nothing for a 5 hour party. I mean, I'll still do it, but I don't even listen to the music that comes out that's in my age group. I'm still, because you can't get filet mignon and then settle for a cube steak,
Come on now.
you know. So not saying that the music isn't as good as it, I mean, well, it's not. Not saying that the music doesn't do what to them what it did to us growing up, but it's just not the same, because you got to think about it. I hate to say it, nobody knows who will be remembered in the next 50 years. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, what's going to be that next before I let go? What's going to be the next you got it bad, nice and slow? What's going to be the next this is how we do it? It's not being produced, so it doesn't get passed on as much. So it's unfortunate, but whatever that version is, because I'm pretty sure we had music growing up that our parents would be like, I don't understand that, but it just didn't resonate with them.
Oh
You
yeah.
know? So I'm not gonna say there's no good music. It's not as much timeless music, if I was to say.
Hmm.
It don't matter how old you are.
I can feel that.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how old you are. It could be a good song today, but will it be a good song later? Everybody has that song that they affiliated with something.
Hmm.
So it could be 30 years from now. Before I let it go, still going to be the bar, and I highly doubt it's going to be something that replaces it, but that's a staple, And if you ain't got Before I Let Go, you still got Mary J. Blige just fine. Then you
Hmm.
got Beyonce Party. Then you got This Is How We Do It, Move Your Body by Isley Brothers, Outstanding, man. The list goes on and on. But
Hmm.
in today's time, I don't think they have that because they don't have nobody that's curating that genuinely. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
get it. You know what I'm saying? It's rough out here. We got to make a check, and if that means making a couple, idiotic songs, then that's fine. But realistically speaking, will you be at the BET Awards with that song? Will you be able to kick? Can a kid be like, "My mom and daddy made me off of your single"? Some years down the line, they don't have that, or they don't have as much of that nowadays.
Yeah, I feel you on that. And actually, that's a great segue to Quasi's comment. He said, "Hopefully, Nicole, you can host a conversation on how to clean up the language in rap to make it 100% positive."
Yeah. Ooh.
The only brother that I know that is singing that song is, oh gosh, I can't think of his name. He's out of New Orleans. D1. D1. He talks
D1.
about positive rap. He's a rapper, but he talks about, his rap is all positive. There's no,
Right.
profanity in it at all, or any violence in it at all. Unless he's speaking out against it. So yeah,
Mhm.
I know I get it, Quasi, because it definitely has an influence. So
Yeah, and it's bittersweet because we all had those people, because the same people were saying it about Little Kim and Boosie growing up and whatever, and then for the older folks, Curtis Mayfield, Curtis Mayfield was one of them. When Pusha Man came out, I'm pretty sure people was looking at other people crazy, but
right.
it's just hard because they don't have their own lanes. Like, okay, you had your crowd that like to listen to Boosie and Lil Kim, but then you also had Mary J. Blige
Mm-hmm.
and James Brown to supplement it. Now it's just you got to kind of find it, and it's kind of hard because I don't want to bash nobody for their taste in music because everybody has their guilty pleasures, but it just doesn't balance out not as it used to.
Well,
The clubs aren't as fun as they used to be.
yeah, I don't know. I think about like rap when I was coming up, like Rapper's Delight was the beginning of it all. And it
Hmm.
was very bubblegum rappy. I mean, bubblegum, yeah, I say rappy,
Yeah.
like, but, because it was storytelling, yes, to the beat. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can still recite every single word of Rapper's Delight because I've
Hmm.
played it a million times. I got the record now. So yeah, but it was so fresh, so new. That's when I fell in love with hip hop, right? And I think about like how things came along from that point to now, um with it being still kind of bubblegummy and like MCs battling each other saying, I'm the better MC. And then, now it's still storytelling though, really, right?
Hmm.
Although some of this, I really don't know what they be talking about. To be honest with you, you gonna have to.
And me and you both.
Oh, I'm not
Me and
alone.
you both.
Okay.
No, we kind of decelerated because that's what's given to us. But that's when I started branching out into other genres. Like there's a Afrobeats genre where it's called I'm a piano. It's basically Afrobeats, but it's more percussive than anything else. So it's more drums than anything else.
Hmm.
And it kind of just reminds me of break beats, when hip hop first started. It's a
Yeah.
little bit more intricate, and I don't know what them people saying, but I be moving. Or I be moving. I just be doing whatever my body be telling me to. And it just feels good. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's just because I was in the band, but you've heard me play it a couple times in the
Huh?
events that we done with a code, it just feels good. And that's what you try to kind of implement because they don't have structures. Okay, this is where I hold the DJs accountable. They don't have the structures in the party no more. It
Mm,
used to be, whatever new song or something was going on, then you had your classics that got the people going. Then once the dance floor started going, you play your all-time favorites, and then at the end of the night, what you do? You play your slow jams, you talk to that girl or that guy you've been looking at for the whole night, and then everybody goes home calm.
yeah.
Now people just play whatever for the first 2 hours, and then it's like, all right, it's time to party. It's like, man, I haven't gone to the bar. I don't know what's going on. It's just the quality of music ain't the same. You know what I'm
Huh.
saying? There's no structure of the party.
Interesting. 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 Okay. Quasi said you could listen to the music with your parents, grands, teachers, adults, and kids. No other culture has such a negative spin on music. Yeah, I don't know because I don't speak their language, but possibly. He said a lot of rap today is about vibes and melodies, but storytelling always wins. Agreed. All right, and T Bake, we are so proud of you. Love it.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for being here. Janita said, I was in band in middle school, so I was exposed to playing various genres. I still like variety. Very good point. Music isn't timeless. There's not as much timeless music, I think is what he said. And
Hmm.
and Kesey gave her list. She said Keisha Cole, Jagged Edge, Tupac, Young Jeezy, Beyonce, Trick Daddy, as well as some Ty tribute, Kurt Franklin. Maverick City, the list goes on. She came out with Darling, Darling Baby by the OJs. Love it. All right. And Boss Barbie said 80s music is unmatched. Agreed. Facts. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Now y'all just biased, y'all.
Anyway. All right. So we are a little bit past our hour, but I want to give
Right.
you an opportunity to give some closing remarks. Tell the folks how they can connect with you, as well as mention this great event that's going to be taking place.
Okay, so before I get into Clash of the DJs, you can follow me on all of my handles DJTB305. My Facebook is Terrance Bacon, TerRance. But as you can see at the bottom, my Instagram and TikTok handle is DJTB305. And not hard to find. You can find me anywhere from Instagram to Audio Mac, YouTube pages, also DJTV. For Clash of the DJs, yes, once again, it's September 5th, 8 p.m. in Tallahassee, Florida. Please get your tickets. Tell a friend, tell another friend, to tell one more person to come through. We'll have a great event, great vibes. It won't be all that hibbity hoopla that we was complaining about. It's actually going to be great music, great vibes. You'll actually be shocked about what you will hear. I really encourage you to go. If I don't put nothing else on my DJ career, I promise you this will be an event like no other. It won't be a party. It will definitely be an experience.
Well, there you go. So don't miss it. I'll be there. I will be dancing because I love to dance, because I love music and supporting this brother. So I certainly appreciate you so much, DJ TB, for talking with me today.
No problem. I appreciate you. And before we go, I got a couple of shout outs I want to do
Sure, sure, sure.
publicly. One, I don't think he has a Facebook, but Upton Fisher and Isaiah Collins were the two guys that kind of introduced me into DJing when I was in college.
Mm.
Um, and then COVID hit, so them boys kind of took me up under their wing so where I can kind of hone in my craft and take it up. And then lastly, I want to thank my father, Terrence Baker Sr. I don't really give him a lot of praise publicly, but that man has been behind me from when I was in the band, from when I be strikers, and when I started DJing, he bought me my first board. So I want to say I appreciate your props. You know what I'm saying? I am the man I am today, and I'm the DJ I am today because you invested in me. So appreciate that as well.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Thank you
Hmm.
for sharing that. And then for those of you who are new to the platform, I invite you to subscribe to Conversations with Nicole. We are here Mondays and Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Focus primarily on mental health and wellness in Black and Brown communities, and encouraging us to get our checkup from the neck up. And although this was not a how do I want to say um like a professional clinician therapy session per se, it is wellness, because we talked about music therapy, we talked about dance therapy, we talked about just community building and supporting one another. So it falls in the wheelhouse, if you ask me. So again, I'm so proud of you. So glad that you are doing this event, and so looking forward to supporting you, Terrance. So thank you, and many, many, many more years of doing what you're doing. Much success, and just keep shining, just keep winning.
I will with your help. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you there too.
You know I'm gonna be there. You know it.
All right, no
You
problem. I see you there. Put on your good, no, put on your good shoes now.
You know I will. Look, I will. So I'm gonna be right there dancing right along with you. All right, Cherise, music is therapeutic. Indeed, it is. Absolutely. All right, good people. Well, let's keep this conversation going. Come out, support, and y'all have a great weekend. Those of you who are down in Miami for the classic, be safe, but have a good time, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night.